Well, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Doing
Pretty
good.
good.
Doing good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Watching some Tigers baseball, huh? Trying to make a comeback today.
Yeah, every time we get up, man, we give them the lead right back. But we got 2 men on base.
Mm-hmm.
Down to our
Yeah.
last out, though, before we go to extra innings. But hopefully we can get this runner that's on second base in.
Just smack it in.
Yeah, smack it in for the walk-off.
All right.
Got the
Yep.
rookie
Put it
up
in
there.
play. Put it in play. A lot of errors today. Maybe they'll fumble it.
And this could be the biggest hit of his career so far if he get it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So let's I guess we can start off with Tigers versus the Rangers series recap. How do we feel about the Rangers? How do we feel about the Rangers series?
I felt good about the Rangers series. I think we pretty much knew going into I can't even speak. Going into the third game, we weren't expecting much out of Maida. We got less than what we expected to. Nobody gets two pitches and he takes us up.
Pitches.
But he actually didn't even want to come out the game. They took him out the game after 2 pitches. He got hurt. But I knew after they took him out the game, we weren't winning that game, man.
Yeah, that was going to be a rough game. That was going to be a very rough game.
Yeah, that was going to be a rough game to begin with.
At least we won the series, though. That last game sucked. But, hey, Jake Rogers was the MVP of that series. Back-to-back solo shots in that first game.
Yeah. Yes, he was. In the second game, I do believe who was the hero in that game? One win.
I think it was Perez. I'm looking at the game right now. We won 3-1. The pitching was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 games we lined up.
McKinstry hit that shot.
Yes, he did. He was 2 for 4. McKinstry was our big guy that game. Yeah, he had 2 RBIs.
I'm happy with that series. I mean, I know they're kind of not doing super well this year, but I mean, this team won a World Series last year, so I'm happy with how we played that series.
Yeah, we did well.
And I don't care what their record is; they got talent on that Texas team still.
Yeah, definitely.
We going to extra inning, y'all. We going to extra innings.
Are we really?
Yes, we are.
Well, at least we get a runner on. Everybody gets a runner on second. Still not a fan of it.
Struck him out to his knees, man.
Still not a fan of the runner on second thing. I'm not a fan of that.
I love it. I love it. As long as they don't do it in the postseason, which they don't, I'm fine with it, man. Get these regular season games quick out of here.
We suck at scoring. Be grateful that they give us something.
I think we've been pretty much decent in the extra inning games too, man.
Oh, start the year, we won like 4 straight in extras. Or
bite your tongue. I don't want to jinx it. Stop it.
Oh, that's knock on wood.
Yeah, going back to that series, man. Well, let's start in the series with our first 2 best pitchers on the mound in games 1 and 2, man. I felt great about that series, and we won those 2 games. So that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, that's all you can really ask for.
It was unfortunate that our third best pitcher got hurt in that third game, but that's okay. He came back strong today. So,
hey, you're the one that was saying he was going to pitch 7 innings. It was going to be his best.
Hey, he's due for one every 4 starts. Okay.
Dude got lucky today. The bases were loaded. He got lucky. He got a good. He threw a good pitch to catch the guy looking, but I mean,
he's the guy can't just. The umpire was helping him out too, man. He was consistent with the calls, but he was giving them some of that shit, man.
The national players were looking back at the ump going.
What? Yeah, because some of the strikes was crazy. Some of the strikes he was getting was crazy.
Yeah, definitely. So the 9-1 game. Believe it or not, the only guy that got any hits in the 9-1 game was Malloy. He was 2 for 3. Nobody else got a hit in that game.
Shout out to him, man. He got 5 walks. I think he walked again today, so that made 5 walks since he's been called up, man. He's definitely seen the ball.
Yeah, he is definitely seeing the ball well. And so I finally got the answer I was looking for. So they always use the velocity thing. Well, he hit the ball hard, like, but who cares? Like if he's getting out, what does it matter? So apparently they look at like stats on how fast like balls are redirected or hit. And believe it or not, the one today that was ripped to the third baseman and went 107 miles an hour. They said that if you're hitting a ball at 107 miles an hour, it's like a 660 batting average. It's because more often than not, the players in the field do not have the reflexes to get the ball when it's going that fast. So that's why they like to hear velocity coming off the bat or exit velocity. So I guess the averages are really high on those.
And that was the whole argument with Torkelson with, well, he's not producing, but he's hitting the ball hard, and he's just getting unlucky. Like, we all know how that went.
Yeah. I mean, still at the end of the day, if you hit the ball hard, it's good because I remember, Mike, you made a comment that when you're hitting the ball hard, that means you're seeing it well. And that's a good point, which is good. But if you're hitting it consistently into the other people's gloves, if you're batting like 100, I don't think that really is going to help you out at all. But if you're
it's a give and take thing. Like you can't be hitting the ball hard, but you have a sub like 150 to batting average or something crazy like that. You still got to have a decent batting average.
Yeah, you definitely do. You got to at least be getting on base and stuff like that. It's a big deal. But we can move on to the next topic, which is the second group of games we had against the Brewers. How do you guys feel we did against the Brewers?
We did okay. We lost the series, but I'll say they each had their blowouts. Brewers had the blowout in game 1. We had it in game 3. Game 2 was close. It was 4-5. We lost, but it was competitive.
Yeah, we blew that shit.
Okay, but we could have won that series.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it seems like we're on the same competitive level with the Brewers because you're right, Mike. We each got to blow out, and we played a very close game in the middle game. So we're probably at the same level as them.
And they're a pretty good team too. Like nobody really talks about them, but they've had a pretty decent year so far.
Yeah. They're a sneaky good team. Yell it.
They're good in a lot of metrics. I was looking them up before we played them. They're good in a lot of metrics, man.
Pitching.
Yeah. And the guy that and Mize was pitching that game too, that 5-4 loss. So considering he kept it close is pretty good. They actually said like with Mize's last game, even though a lot of people are like, how can I say, a lot of people didn't like the way because I don't think he had any whiffs or anything like that. But they said that he's getting better. Now I don't know what they mean. Maybe they're meaning like he's finding the strike zone more, his fastball's moving a little faster, but he's progressing better. So whatever that means. I mean, I'm hoping he gets better. It'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know what they mean by that. Like I think he's been up and down. Like I would say his year so far has been decent. It hasn't been like it hasn't been made a level.
That's gonna be tough.
But he's been up and down, man. Like as far as the number 1 pick thing, like a lot of people still look at that too, and they still judge him off of that. Like he has to pick it up. He has to get. I don't know. He doesn't really have like strikeout stuff, man. When you watch him, like he's a lot of these dudes, even if they're not getting hits or whatever, they're getting a bat on the ball pretty consistently.
Yeah. I don't see him. I mean, he's got pitches. I just don't. They state one of the announcers stated that he doesn't like his out pitch isn't working. That's the problem. So like when he gets in a bind, he doesn't have a go-to pitch for him to use that he can do it effectively. So it's not going to be consistent enough. So that's why we see him pitching inconsistently. When he gets in a jam, he doesn't have a go-to pitch that works effectively. So
right, and you would hope to have a couple go-to pitches that you can go to just in case the one wasn't working. You would have another one, but it's kind of rough out there for him on the mound. Some of these games, man, he's just trotting through.
Right. Yeah. He doesn't have a pitch to fall on. I mean, just it makes it harder for him to get these outings and be consistent and be efficient for us. It's hard. He's just throwing everything at the wall and sees what sticks and what doesn't. It feels like right now. So it's frustrating, but I think he'll get better.
Yeah, I think so too. And also like with the efficiency, that's why some of his starts, like he doesn't eat up that many innings. He's throwing so many pitches in these innings, man. Like you're not going to last that long. You're not going to be able to get to 6 plus innings if you're struggling so much getting these outs.
Exactly, man. You get too deep into these count, man. Like for instance, like Maeda today. He was in what was he? He was in the third inning.
He had like 70 pitches through like
he had like 70 pitches, and I was just like, "Holy cow, dude! Like you're almost done. You're almost done for the day,
right?
Just on pitches alone,
right? Yeah, but if you're pitching like that, you can't even expect them sometimes to even make it to the 5th or through the 5 innings.
Yep, there's no way you can. And speaking of Casey Mize, what are your thoughts on cutting ties? Now, we're not saying like we're just gonna let him go.
I see what you did right there with that second name.
Right, we're not saying let him go or nothing like that right now. We're just saying they do have a decision to make pretty soon because they have a club option on them for next season. I think it's about like $3.1 million or something like that. No, like I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm like 50-50 with it right now because a lot of people have a lot of opinions what we should do with our pitching rotation. Like some people say we should trade Flaherty and try to get some bats. We could get a haul for him. Some people say like me. Some people say resign him. I don't like why. I don't know, man. Somebody that's pitching that well. Like I don't know why you just don't go with him and Skubal, man. Make that be the one too. But it depends. Like it depends on what bats are out there. Like if it's some excellent bats out there, I could see that way too. But Mize though, he hasn't really been brought up until like recently. I think people starting to get tired of the inefficiency and not being able to get outs when we need outs and stuff like that. And they're like, is he a part of this rotation going forward? Or what do you guys think? Not for this season in particular, but just in the future outlook as the pitching rotation.
So my thoughts are, and somebody brought this up on a Tiger Twitter. I don't know who it was. Good idea was you could put him in as a long-term reliever. The only issue is how good would he be at being a reliever? Because $3.1 million for a reliever is better than decent money. It's pretty good. And so if he gets in there and he's an awesome reliever, or maybe even a closer, that would be great. He doesn't have. I don't know if he has the high heat stuff though. I don't think he can throw 100 miles an hour. So I don't know if he's that type of closer. But if he, as far as a reliever goes, 3.1, I'd pick up his option and take a chance and put him in the bullpen. And then Jackson Goat could come up.
Yeah, I can't see closer. I don't think he has the stuff for the closer, but he could potentially be a long term reliever. I could see that. But closer, no, I don't think he has the stuff. He's not explosive enough for me to be.
No. He'll be blowing a lot of saves, but I do agree. Really, he could be a good reliever. I feel like you could maybe plug him in for an inning or two, and maybe he can just work his way in and carve out some solid outings and build more confidence. He's just as a starter and as a closer, I just don't see that as his career path. I feel like he would excel more as a reliever as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, he wouldn't be any value at the trade deadline. That's for sure. There's nothing. I don't think unless he has like a couple of good outings prior to the trade deadline. I don't know how much value you'd have on the open market if they wanted to trade him to get a bat. I mean, I don't know what you'd get. None.
Slim to none. Wouldn't be a lot. Would not
I
be
think
a lot.
we only have 3 pitchers in our rotation right now that would get you anything. You got Skubal, Flaherty, and you got Reese. Like I don't think You get anything from Maeda or Mize?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't see any other way to use them. I mean, I'd probably pick up the club option for 3.1 million and see what you can. If you, it also depends on how he ends the season. If all of a sudden he ends up like closing the season out with some wins and we hit the playoffs and he gets a win in the playoffs, like maybe then all of a sudden you're like, okay, he's coming around. But if we're in the same situation we are right now and he's still this, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, I agree with that. He could turn it around because we still got a long season, and he is still coming back off of a lot of stuff. Like he's missed a lot of time playing baseball with injuries and whatnot. So he can still rounding back into form as well. But even if he doesn't, like if this is what we get, like just up and down for the whole rest of the season, like I'm in favor of picking up the club option because I mean it's nothing in baseball terms. I mean we don't spend money anyways. Like they're not gonna cry over $3 million. So I would say even if he is up and down for the rest of the season, pick up the option, bring him back, have him compete again next year, see what happens.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I would do the same thing. Definitely do the same thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad. In 2021, he showed his flashes, and he was pretty decent then. I mean, obviously, post-injury, it's been different, but I don't feel like he's lost all of that. And like we said, I feel like we can move him into a better role for him and the rest of his career.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we could utilize him if he don't turn it around and become a more efficient, effective starter. I think we could utilize him in the pen.
Washington's winning 5-4. Just want to let you all know that.
Do we got any?
We're down to our last out. We got Urshela up, and the dude is still on second base, man. We got 2 batters.
Oh, we lost. Oh, my God.
Hey, Urshela doing good, though. He 3 for 4.
You never know. A good single could get in a run.
I don't like that, though, man. 2 batters up. We couldn't even get the man to third.
That's crazy.
At
least. Yeah, that's
I just look at it this way. If you got a man on base, just swing it as hard as you can. Get it to the outfield. Get somebody over to third.
Put it in play.
I mean, it might be easier said than done, but like I've never played baseball, so I don't know.
Hey, on MLB The Show, I'll be doing it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you are.
Rookie difficulty. So
that's like the guy the other day. He had like, what was it? He had he had said something like, so and so did well, and then he goes, not by Tariq Skubal he's listed as the number 1 pitcher in the league right now, and the guy in the comments said, not by my accounts. He was what is it? He was like, what was it? He had given up like 6 runs in the last outing, and so when I was an idiot. I went to look at the stats. I was like, there's no way, and he was looking at MLB The Show.
That's crazy.
Like, come on, dude, stop it. But yeah,
I'd probably kill Chris on MLB The Show.
I don't play games like that.
We lost. We lost.
Yeah, I see it. It's on my phone. I'm looking at it.
We're not going to win.
This was a game we should have won, man.
Exactly.
We went up twice in this game and gave the lead right back, man.
Yeah.
We had the offensive output this game. I feel like this game that we just played right now, I feel like this game was like the second game of the Milwaukee series where I feel like, we could still take a game, but I feel like if we wanted to win the series, this was a must-win game, 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
And I don't know, unless if we got – who's starting tomorrow?
That's what I'm about to look at right now because this should have been a win today.
Yeah. You know what? I'll be confident if we have good starters in for the next 2. But
we got Olsen and Merle, and we got Mize, Olsen and Mize.
No, we're losing the series. We'll win with Reese. You know what? Who knows? Maybe Mize comes out.
I was about to say, I don't know. I don't even know what Reese right now. We got to get to that.
That's true.
Which is the next topic. So far, we've had these nice little caveats to the next topic. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice little nice little Reese Olson's bad outing situation. How do we feel about Reese Olson? Are we going to fall? Are we falling off the cliff like the normal Twitter
like
followers?
Yeah, like Twitter. No, I'm not falling off the cliff like some of the Twitter people I see, but could be falling back to the pack a little bit. But I mean, nobody's going to be phenomenal every outing and every month and every week. And like you're going to get touched up sometimes. He got touched up the last 2 games. I can't deny that. Like I think I wrote it down here. Whatever, right? Yeah, he 9.1 innings pitched in the last 2 games. So one game went 4 innings, the other game went 5.1. Gave up about 9 hits in each of those games. Gave up about 6.5 runs. So that's not good. But like that's why we got blown out in the Milwaukee game. Like he gave up. He did 4.
That was a revenge game too. That's his former team that he got traded from, and that's what you do.
He showed him why they traded him. Yeah. But he did not do well in that game at all. Like I think that was his worst game of the 2 games, even though both of them were bad.
Yeah.
But
I still got stock in him. He'll be all right.
I still got confidence in him. He's a young pitcher, man. Like
I feel like
he's gonna bounce back. He's gonna bounce back.
We got used to him pitching like a Cy Young for the past few weeks. I don't expect him to do that his whole career, but if he can be a guy that's around like a 3 ERA and a little bit below there, like I'm perfectly fine with Reese, you know? Like he'll bounce back, he'll continue to be good for us. Skubal is the guy we rely on when we're talking about Cy Young numbers, you know. So
yeah.
But Reese will be okay. I'm confident that he'll bounce back and be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's just everybody's due for a bad outing throughout the year. Unless you're Maeda, then you're just due for a good outing every once in a while. But yeah,
luck into a good start.
Yeah, trip and fall into a good day.
Exactly.
And speaking of Skubal, our dominant hitter, or our dominant pitcher,
I bet you he could hit too. Probably can hit better.
Starting pitcher for the Tigers, you see, presented by Wallside Windows. It is Tarek Skubal, 29-year-old Harold Ramirez, who's really come into his own. Oh my goodness, he chased there for strike 3 and
hustle down the line, but runs might be at a premium this
team. Talked about plays.
3-2 is right there.
Just want to give up a little bit of the good old video for good old Tarik Skubal, who was, I guess, I can't remember who posted it, but was rated as of right now the #1 pitcher in baseball. I do believe he has a 1.92 ERA, which is crazy, and I do believe he's got a WHIP of like 0.89 or something like that. That is crazy dominant right now.
He's on a heater. He's been on a heater this whole year. Looking at the stats here and the numbers, man, I want to keep him, but I would gladly steal somebody's whole entire farm system for him.
No, we got to keep him, man. We got to keep.
Numbers.
You have to throw that out in space like that. How dare you?
Man, this is crazy, man. People that want to trade Skubal off this team is crazy.
No, listen. I'm good with either way. But I mean, I don't know, dude. What if he falls back to earth a little bit, and
Man, he ain't gonna fall back to earth. He might fall back to earth for a game or 2, but he gonna snap right back into being the Cy Young front runner. He should be the front runner this year. Period.
I think he is right now.
He has to be.
Isn't he second or something?
I'll tell you, they're not. They would not be trading Tarik Skubal. The organization.
I was just reading an Athletic article, and they said what they're hearing. That was a good article. It touched on all the teams pretty much, but they said what they're hearing from the Tigers is that they are definitely not trading Skubal, but they will listen to offers for Flaherty.
Yeah, I can see Flaherty, but I still like Flaherty.
Flaherty still might get you a haul. He still might get you a couple bats, man. I don't want to see it happen, but I will understand that. I can't understand Skubal at all.
I would like
with the Orioles on everything. Trade with do not even listen to an offer from the Rays. They will send you a player that doesn't even play baseball anymore, and they're
trade with the White Sox, man. Trade with the White Sox, man.
Yeah, you get a bag of chips from the White Sox if you're lucky.
Yeah,
them White Sox trade rumors are crazy, man. They are delusional. I don't know if that's real or if that's coming from delusional.
You mean the Lubov one?
Yeah, like who the fuck? Like what do they think they're gonna get for him, man? That's crazy. That is crazy. Some of the shit I've been reading.
Yeah, they are a little crazy on the trade rumors. I would definitely need a bat and some prospects for Flattery. Like I'm not saying it has to be like top end talent from the prospects, but I at least need to see something. I mean, the bat's got to be a consistent hitter, not a guy like Javier Baez where he had like a great season last year or he's just having a great season this year. You need a guy that has batted consistently over the last 2 or 3 years, because usually what you get is what they've done on a normal basis, not an anomaly season where they had a great year.
You got to calm down on the GOAT, man.
He's injured.
Yeah, man, and apparently that 10-day deal. What they call it now? IL injured list.
Yeah, injured list.
That's don't even matter because it sounds like it's gonna be a lot longer than that.
Right. They said to go see a specialist. I didn't know if it was gonna be. This could be months. This could be season ending.
Yeah, because Javi himself, from what's quoted from him, he said he's aiming to come back in the second half. So that's way past 10 days.
Yeah,
that's probably a month and a half, 2 months down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if they can fix him up, and he feel like a new man. He come back batting 300 and 10 and 20 home runs and get us to the World Series, man. I'll take it, man.
Hey,
he better come back. He better come back.
Coming back for the playoff push, okay?
He got to come back being Robo Javi. So I don't need any of the. I mean,
man, he gonna come back hitting 275. His first 20 games, he might have like 10 home runs. Man, he gonna be killing it, man, when he come back. Man.
I'll take it. I don't care. I'll take it.
You mixing up the show with real life baseball.
I know he can't differentiate between the two. He's living in the world as it is.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all say about him, he was out there with a broke back, still getting us some good defensive players out there.
Oh, you're not going to use it. This is a timely fashion. He's got a broke back because he's carrying the Tigers. Like, you should have said that. That would have been a perfect lead-in.
That's too much. I mean, he the GOAT, but that's too much. He ain't doing it.
Yeah, okay. That's where we're drawing the line at. All right. I get it now.
Yeah. I can't even say that.
Why can't you say that, Mike?
No, I can't say you're carrying the Tigers, man.
Nobody's carrying us. We got We got some great players, and we're under 500. You know, the only thing you carrying is a bag of zebra cakes and some gum, man. You ain't carrying shit.
That's true. I'm not a Javier Baez supporter whatsoever. Although
Javier,
we got the GOAT down here, right about here.
He a hater, man. He didn't support him since he signed, man.
I seen that 6 years, and I said, "Oh man, here we go."
Man, we need to do a breakdown of all them shortstops that signed that offseason, because it ain't just him.
And we could have had Corey Seager. We could have, the Rangers took half of the whole free agency.
Carlos, what is his name? Carlos Correa.
He's been underwhelming in Minnesota a bit.
Some of them other signings ain't been that great either.
Yeah, they haven't been doing that well.
Yeah, but Corey Seager was out there and they got him, and Marcus Semien was out there and they got him.
And I'm killing them. Man. I'm killing them in the championship series right now. I'm up 3-1 against both of them. Killing them.
Yeah.
You do your thing, Mike. That's how it is, man. If we can't beat them on the field in real life, gotta beat them somewhere else.
He's gonna hop on the show tonight. He's gonna beat the Nats 102-0. You know,
take that.
Hey, they so trash. I haven't even seen them nowhere in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the next. The next one is can the Tigers break away from the pack? Like, we're in a big mess, a big group of other teams. Can we pull away? Do you think it's possible? Do we have enough? We don't have enough. What happens if we get a bat at the trade deadline? Do you think we have enough?
Yes. Depending on who it is. If his first name is Luis, then yes, we have a chance. But seriously, I don't know, dude. We're in the middle of the pack with almost everybody. Like, if we could just go on like a 7 or 8 game win streak, we would jump into like a wild card spot right now.
Yeah, we would.
You know,
we're not as far back.
And I don't even think it'd be the last one. Yeah. I don't even think it'd be the last wild card spot. We could jump into like the first wild card spot and not, barely get in. Like, let's go on a win streak, or like let's go do something, get somebody in at the deadline or something, and let's break away and let's make the playoffs for the first time since what, 2015? Is it 2015, 2014? It was one of them years.
Yeah, something like that.
I think you're right. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Games out right now, the wild card, man. Feel like 15.
We're 2 games out or 2.5?
It's 8-3 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in front? The Twins? Is it the Twins right now?
So,
yeah.
And they've been on a skid right now too. They've kind of been not what they've been the past few months, the past few weeks.
Yeah, they're in the 3rd spot.
So right now you got Orioles, Royals, and Twins, and then you got Red Sox are the first team out at 2.5. And it's us and the Blue Jays tied at 3 games out.
Okay. And we've played these teams. We've played these teams that we're right next to.
Well, we played competitively as well.
Against all of them. Red Sox, we went 2-2 in a 4-game set. Blue Jays, and we take 2 of 3. I mean, we're right there with those guys. We just need to
we just need to win series. That's all. We just need take 2 out of 3
every once in a while.
We can't keep losing games like we did today, though. Like, some of these games, you got to win, man. Like, I'm not saying the Nationals are the worst team in the league, because they're not, but you got to win this game, bro.
We lost the series to the Marlins, so
man, that was the worst. So far, that was the worst series of the whole season so far, because that was just embarrassing. Like, they came in and damn near shut us out 2 games in a row.
Sixto Sanchez with a 6 ERA shutting shit down in
They
Detroit.
came in with the worst ERA in the league, and they damn near shut us out 2 games. The first 2 games of the series.
Yeah, I mean,
that was crazy.
Yeah, horrible.
That was hands down the worst series of the most disappointing series of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we can't break away from the pack though, but we need some help, man. We got to get some bats, and we got to call some of these people up, bro. We got to call some people up. Like, we just now starting to call a couple guys up. This last guy was called up just because Hobby got injured, but there's another bat down there. It's another bat down there that they can call up right now.
Yeah.
And like me and Rux were talking earlier, the guy that they called up though did not hit very well when he was in Toledo. We're talking he batted like 160. His OPS was like 554 or something like that. Like,
yeah, the guy they called up, they just like his defense, which that failed at a point in the game too.
That's what let her run in.
Yeah,
and we lost by 1 run. That changed the game.
Yeah, that changed the game right there, because that's what he's they love his defense. They say his offense is what got to come along, but his defense failed us tonight. But it's a guy down there that's smacking shit that they can bring up right now, though.
Yeah, they need some guys to come up. I don't know how good that Josh Young. I mean, he's tearing the cover off the ball. I'm not saying he would do that up here, but.
Jace Young. Yeah, he's.
Oh, Jace Young. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm thinking of his brother.
Yeah,
wishing for his brother.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Speaking of call-ups, who's next to be called up, and who's worthy of a call-up?
It got to be Jace, man. They got to bring him up at some point. Like we are struggling. Like watching this team try to hit a baseball is hard sometimes, man. Like we need somebody. I like the kid we brought up, not the one we brought up right now. But what's the acronyms? I forgot his acronyms.
JHM.
HM.
Yes.
Justin Henry Malroy.
Yeah, I like him, but we got to bring up another bat too, man. Like we got to give some of these young kids a chance, man. Like it ain't like we got people in front of them that can't sit down, man. Because some of these people could definitely sit down. They don't got to play every day, man. They're not everyday players. Like we need to give some of these guys opportunities, and why not extend the opportunity to him, man? He's in double digits with home runs now. Tonight he hit his 10th home run of the season. Like has a pretty decent average. Like let me see. I think I wrote it down here. Yeah, he's hitting 279. So man, hitting about 280, 10 home runs, man, bring him up, man.
I'd take even something close. I'd take 250 and 8 home runs. I'd take anything.
Yeah, man. On base percentage 391, slugging percentage 505. Like, let's bring him up, see what he can do, bro.
I agree with that.
What's his slated time to be? Because I thought his slated time isn't until next year. I don't know how old he is and whatnot.
I think it's this year. Let me go. Oh, I thought I had it up. Let me pull it back up.
I do believe.
Another guy, Parker Meadows, should get a chance here somewhat soon. Give him a few weeks still, and then we'll see. But he's been okay. He hasn't been bad.
Yeah, let him and I'm okay with letting him and Torque cook a little bit more. I'm okay with that.
I mean, Parker Meadows has been down there for a lot longer. I mean, he's been down there a month. So
yeah, that's fine. But he can. I'm not saying he got to be down there for another month. But if he's down there for like another week or two, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think he's doing well down there. So
Jason's slated for now. He's slated for now. It said 2024. So I don't see why we're.
You're right. He is slated for now.
He's the 46th ranked prospect. Like. He's a higher ranked prospect than some of these other people we've given a chance to that we've brought up. So I don't see why he's getting held back. I don't think he's getting. I'll take that back. I don't think he's getting held back. But if it just goes on for much longer, I think we can discuss that point.
Yeah, you're right. He is hit. God, his OPS is 935. That's crazy. Woo. 285. Yeah. Yeah, they should bring him up.
Yeah, I think we're getting to the point where it's getting hard not to not bring them up because those are some of the updated numbers you just read after tonight's game. But before tonight, the OPS was 896. Before that OPS, it jumped up after tonight, but that was still great right there, 896. Like he's definitely proven that he is hitting and being very efficient with the bat at the AAA level. Like we have to give him a chance at some point.
You said he hit 10. His 10th home run today, right?
Yes. Yep.
He hit another one because he's now got 11 on the season. So
he must have hit 2 then.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I sent it to you guys. I sent the 10th one earlier when we were watching the Tigers game, so he must have hit 2 tonight.
Yeah,
he's raking, man. They have to give him an opportunity at some point. So
my only question is where is he going to play? Because he's a second and third baseman. He's played both. So where do you put him at?
So either one of those or DH, man. You got to get him on the field.
That's true. I mean, you can always get Malloy if you want to.
You got 3 spots. You got if he can play, he's second and third base. That's 2 positions, and you got DH available. You got 3 positions. You could slide him into the lineup, and
And you don't have to play him every single game. You can give him. And see, that's the thing. It's like if they had brought Torque up that first year, and they would have only like DH'd him, they wouldn't have given him that many. I think we'd have been fine. I think we'd have been fine with him, but they played him a lot.
Yeah, I think we can get better at hitting. I think we got to give the kid a shot, and I think we have to, at some point, we got to bring back Meadows and bring back Torque up as well.
Eventually we can bring Torque back.
Which Torque is doing well. Last time I checked,
he is. I got to see at least 3 weeks out of him, at least. So.
And the announcers would be crying every time he get a hit for us.
That one announcer was like, "Oh, okay, send him back to Detroit."
We'll wrap him and send him to Detroit. Yeah,
he was only there for like 4 games. Stop it.
Yeah.
But if he can come back, if him and Meadows can come back and they can instantly start back being respectable at the bat, that's a big improvement right there.
Absolutely, yeah. We just need a little bit. We just need a little bit from those guys. We don't need them to bat 400 or 300. We just need them to come back, hit 250, and get some power, get some hits, in key situations.
Because when you think about it, like if you look at all our batters that we got in the roster right now, people that's been starting or playing every day or getting opportunities, like we don't have people where you're just naming off your head, oh, this guy has to play every day.
Yeah, you can rotate through. You can rotate through guys. Absolutely. Okay, so last but not least, our player of the week. What do you got? Who do you guys got for player of the week?
I'll let Russ go.
I go Scooble just because last week I think
he stole my player of the week. I shouldn't even let him go.
I went so the last few shows I did Matt Verling the 1 week, and then the week after that I went with him again, and he's had his skid now, so he don't get the triple crown. I'll give it to Scooble. I've been picking too many position players. I need to show more respect to the bullpen. Tariq Skubal, you're the guy. Re-sign, team-friendly deal, or send you to Baltimore, wherever you want to go, wherever's a good haul. But,
Team-friendly deal, man. We ain't get no fucking team-friendly deal with a Cy Young.
Hey, you know what? Chris Illard, slide me a Little Caesars pizza for putting that out there because we got to save some bread, literally. But, Tariq Skubal's the guy, the man.
Yeah, you can go, Chris, because I agree with Rux. I don't have anybody else.
Well, I'm going to go different, even though Tariq Skubal would be my normal. I just got to go off. I like the way that Riley Green played defense a few games ago. I mean, he robbed the home run, and he also dove for one as well. And he had a couple of good games. I'm sorry?
And his performance today as well.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad.
No.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it to Riley Green, but Tariq Skubal would normally be my guy, but I'm going to go with Riley Green just to be different.
Yeah.
Hey, Rux, you had a topic, didn't you, that you wanted to discuss?
Just around the league wise, this is just to ask the room question, but what are teams right now that you guys see that you're like, this is just a horrible team, this is a sneaky good team, like this team could sneak in the playoffs, make a run, like a Milwaukee team or whoever, and just the way the division's going right now. So I guess the question would be to you guys, what are some teams you guys have been looking at around the league that you think got a serious chance to come home with some hardware this year?
Don't know if I'm ready to go hardware, but I'm definitely these two teams I think are contending teams, even though they don't get spoke about a lot in that area. I think the Orioles and the Brewers, I think both of them are playing well. They're just not the homemade names that you hear all the time. They're not the Yankees, not the Red Sox, not Dodgers. But if you're talking about good baseball teams, sneaky good, or just not even sneaky, just really good baseball teams from top to bottom, I think those are two franchises you can point to.
100% agree. What about you, Chris?
Philadelphia. They're doing awesome. They don't get talked about a lot. They're very quiet. as far as talked about. I mean, they got a lot of good players on their team, and they always do well, and then they just kind of like fizzle out. So, but they're doing really well. They're one of the better teams in the league. I like them a lot. I'm a Bryce Harper fan, always have been. But yeah, I think
Castellanos as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They got a lot of good ball players, a lot of good hitters on that team. They're not necessarily going to put up. I mean, other than probably Harper, you're not going to see a guy hit 40 or 50 home runs on the team. They're going to get a lot of base hits. They're going to score runs.
Schwarber used to, but I don't know about that.
He bats like. See, he's the epitome. Like I would love for Javi Baez. Like he bats like 200, but he hits in like 45 home runs. Like I can do that. I'm good with that. Like bat 200, but give me 45 home runs. That's great.
Exactly.
That's Schwarber. But I don't know if he can do that anymore. But yeah, I mean that's the one team in the league I like, and I know a lot of people have said that our division is like not that good. But I'll tell you, if you look at all the other divisions, we have more like. I mean,
Ours
you can't
is the
go on us.
closest. Yeah.
We have a lot of teams over 500. We do. In fact, I think we have the most.
You want to guess which team isn't above 500?
Wah, wah.
I think that's how they value the division right there. All they know is the White Sox. Like they don't even look at the rest of the division. It's just like, oh, White Sox are the worst team in the league, and they got the Tigers. So I mean, the Central shouldn't be that hard. But it's a lot of good baseball teams in the Central right now.
It was bad last year. It
was.
This year. It is way better this year.
Yeah, it's a way better division this year. We have a very competitive division this year. So when people say, well, you've got Detroit. Detroit's got an easy division. Well, no, we don't. We don't got an easy division.
Yeah, the Royals are playing some good baseball. Like they've been kind of up and down like recently, like probably last 10 games or so, but they still have a very good record, man. Them and the Guardians, man. You can't sneeze at the Guardians either.
Right.
Yep.
What did you say, Mike? They were 11 games over? The Royals are?
Which one? Let me see. Let me go to
They're 12 games over 500 at home. They're really good at home.
Yeah, they're tough at home. So they're 11 games over right now for the overall record, and then you got the Guardians. They're 20 games over, so you can't say that this division is trash, man. Like 20 games over, that's one of the best records in baseball right now.
Yep, we have a very tough division this year. So to say that we're hovering around 500 is actually not that bad, and to say that we're around 500 and we're in fourth place, that's a tough division.
And the Guardians are also 21-14 on the road too. That's a great record on the road. 21-8 at home. Like the Guardians aren't a pushover. That can honestly be one of the teams that we said people aren't talking about, but probably should be talking about.
Yeah, it's just because they don't have that glorified name. That's why.
Right. J-Ram is mashing this year, though. Jose Ramirez, that's a name for them. I mean, that dude.
Yeah, if you swap the Guardians name with the Red Sox, people will be saying they're World Series contender right now.
Yeah.
They have the Red Sox name, but
yep.
They're the Guardians, so of course nobody's talking about them like that. But they are playing some really good baseball.
Yep, I'm very surprised that I can't say I'm surprised, but the Yankees, because they started off very bad, and now they've really they've really hit the ground, and they're playing good baseball.
That's a tough division as well.
Yankees and Cowboys insane to me, man.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Cowboys fan at all.
Well, we'll see in the playoffs how well they look.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal in the regular season year after year, but they get
That's
to the playoffs
true.
and they stick it up.
See how Aaron Judge does in the playoffs. Is it going to be like
They get to the playoffs and get swept by the Tigers, y'all.
Yeah, goodness. I would love it. Hey, I'll take it. I don't care. Hey,
That'd be some
Let's
shit right
just get in, man. It's been years since we got in. Let's just
there.
get
Yeah,
in
let's
there.
get in and have some fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to see us in. That'd be great. I mean, I think Tiger Stadium would go bonkers.
You
I don't know
know what? You get that 3-game wild card series. You get Scooble in there for game 1. You know, you put Reese in there for game 2 and Medea for game 3. I mean, we
No. What about Flaherty?
We could
He said Flaherty don't even get a start. He said
I'm
Flaherty
just
don't
kidding.
get a start.
I'm
That's
kidding.
crazy.
You were so wanting to put Maeda in there for just.
He want Flaherty off the team.
Hey,
man. He didn't even.
Y'all are hating on the GOAT, all right? He
That's
is
crazy.
the GOAT.
We need to talk about disappointing teams, man. Like, we always talk about us not hitting. What about the damn Mariners? When they gonna get some batting?
Yeah, they
Because they can't hit worth a damn either. Like, why do they always have all this good pitching, but they don't have nobody that can hit? Like, when is they gonna fix that on their team?
Which is funny because they lead their division by like 5 games, and they still don't have good hitting.
Imagine if they had hitting, man, they could be one of the better records in baseball too. And the Padres are disappointing every season.
That was going to be mine. Is the Padres, man? Padres, they have a lot of skill, and they're at 50. They're at 500, man. They have
all
a
that
lot
talent.
of
I swear, all they do is collect talent, but none of the shit ever meshes well.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it don't mesh well. It's like it's like Madden or MLB The Show. Like they sign and trade for all the talent, but that shit does not work. Does not work. I don't know why.
You know, all jokes aside, you got Scooble, Reese, and Flaherty in a 3-game set. You know, you can't tell me straight face that we couldn't take that set. I would be super confident in having those 3 rolled out there for a postseason.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're telling me we got Scooble and Flaherty on the mound in games 1 and 2, I'm saying we win both of them games.
We ain't even getting to game 3. Exactly.
I don't even care. Like I'm saying at least we're gonna be in both games. Like I don't know if the hitting gonna hold up, but at least we're gonna be in both of them.
Yeah, exactly. It might end up being 1-0 or like 2-1 or something.
1-0 finals back to back. Yeah.
And the only reason why we got to run is
if we lose like that, that means that's the Tiger way right there.
Yeah. That's crazy. So anything else you guys want to discuss about Tigers?
I gave my topic. That's all I really had extra wise.
We all gave our topics today. I mean, I
got one more though. About to go back to back on MLB The Show with the Tigers winning back-to-back World Series, man. We good on the game. I don't know about in real life, but we good on the video game,
man. Yeah. Mike's player of the week is Ryan Kreidler. So
motherfucking ain't. No, it ain't. Hopefully he better the next time he get out there because he
player of the week, 1 game in a fucking air, no hits.
Hey, Mike. What's Jackson Job's record on your team?
In the playoffs right now, he had 1 start in the playoffs. He 1-0. He about to make his 2nd start in the playoffs right now.
What's his ERA? What's his ERA?
Zeros, all zeros.
Wow.
I had to put Reese as a reliever, man. He was fucking up, man.
Wow. That's crazy. MLB The Show. I never could get into I used to play football, but I can't get into the baseball. The hand-eye coordination and the batting and all that stuff. Just not for me.
We'll set you up. We'll get you right.
Okay. I don't play games that I know I have no chance at. I don't do that.
Mike, if we run 3s, man, it's gonna be Javi Baez swinging.
We'll be getting our ass beat because of Chris, man.
You don't want to do that, man.
How do I throw a pitch right down the middle? You see that shit in slow motion. Whoa.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, we'll
get play those games, man. No way.
And I tell you what, though, they robbed me in the regular season, though, because Juan Soto finished up 2nd both times in the MVP race in those 2 years I had him on the team. which is bullshit. He should have won at least one of them.
Hey, Mike is a damn cheater at that game. I played him online once, man. I might have lost like 4-3, and I lost because Miggy hit like a 500-foot home run out of Comerica Park, and the dude got zero speed on the fucking game, and that's how I lose the game, dude. He cheated, man. He set that shit up. There's no way.
And that was crazy, man. Cabrera wasn't doing shit at his last days playing.
That was a weak ass home run, dude.
I couldn't believe that shit when I hit it either.
I remember I put my controller on my desk, and I'm like, did this really just fucking happen, dude? Oh,
I was dying.
Miguel Cabrera's old ass, and he gets one out. That's awesome.
I remember, dude. I remember talking to Mike, and all I remember saying is, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?" Oh man.
Yeah, I think that was like the first game we played against each other on the show.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
I was like, hell no.
that was brutal, dude.
I'd like to thank everybody that's watching, though. We've got over 100 people watching. That's great. Just spread the word around, retweet, like and tweet, subscribe if you can to Detroit Fan Report on YouTube, also on Twitter as well, and we're also on Facebook and Instagram, I do believe. Any final thoughts, guys?
No, I don't have really nothing. Let's got to head to game 2 tomorrow, man. Hopefully Reese can bounce back. He had a couple rough outings his last 2 times, but hopefully third time is a charm and he rebounds back into form that he was the previous starts before these last 2.
Yep.
Go
undefeated until our next show, so all we could talk about is how we're like 7-0 since the last show, you know.
Absolutely.
And we would be firmly in the playoffs. We would be firmly in the playoffs at that point.
Player of the game, team of the game, you know, that's the reward. So that'd be nice. But one of these weeks we'll get hot, and that'll be fun.
That will be fun. One of these weeks we'll get there.
Call that kid up, man.
Give it a few summers, okay? We can get it.
Call which kid up, Mike?
And we got to get the Jace guy up, and we got to get him up here to the big leagues.
Definitely, that is. I want to see what he has to offer. He doesn't have to play a lot, just a little bit. Just want to see a little bit of what he has to offer. Pinch hit, whatever. All right, everybody. Tell them where they can find you. Go ahead, Rux.
You guys can find me at RxBBINDET on Twitter, and yeah, that's where y'all can find me at. All things Tigers, Red Wings, Lions, Pistons, every few moons from here, just because it's kind of brutal. But you know, you can find all Detroit sports and Michigan football on there. So yeah.
And you can find me at OnePride_JR. On Twitter as well, talking about all that stuff Rux was just talking about, and talking about wrestling, man. When that wrestling show coming out, Chris, man, we need to do a wrestling show. That's all I got.
That's rough. You can find me, Chris, on Crazy Hockey Fan. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm also now on Twitch.
He on TikTok now.
Hey, Mike only got into wrestling for Sexy Red. Y'all heard it here first.
Hell no. Hey, but Chris is a hater, man. He don't keep up with nothing.
That is hilarious.
He one of them wrestling fans that hate wrestling today. I don't know why, but I'm surprised he said earlier in the show. I'm surprised earlier in the show he said like Bryce Harper. I thought he would have been one of them get off my lawn guys when he came into the league.
Who the hell does this kid think he is hitting home runs, huh?
Yeah, some damn respect for the game. That was Chris.
Oh, me? No, not at all. I was living in Vegas. When Bryce Harper was going to high school. That's crazy.
Oh man. You'll never be nothing in the bigs, huh? Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Y'all got me.
Now, Baez, on the other hand, this kid is something you've never seen before.
Yeah, poor offense and crazy defense.
Yeah.
Never seen that before.
Yep. Oh man.
All right, everybody. You guys everybody have a good night. Appreciate your time, and like we said, like and subscribe and follow us. We'll be back in a week. Thanks, everybody.